Hey mama, today is another bonus episode based off of my 5 More Time workshop. It's a little sneak peek into an activity we did on the inside. And so, sister, if you're listening to this within the week of March 19th, then you can still watch the whole thing and grab the BOGO deal. Yes, I have a super sweet deal for you. First, go to www.theshanwright.com/time and register for the replay. So the replay and the freebies will be sent straight to your inbox. Plus, my wellness accountability coaching is on BOGO sale. This is where we take a personal deep dive into all things your wellness, your belief systems, your goals, and we partner together and with accountability have you conquer those goals, conquer those negative beliefs, and change your life. And so you can go to bit.ly/Shan Wright, right with the W, to jump right in. But hurry, this sale is only good through Friday, and I don't want you to miss it. Also, with this BOGO sale comes an incredible, life-changing freebie. You will get this. This is the freebie that we talked about in last episode, and you will get it free with this deal. So again, do not wait, go now. And today is really practical and tactical, super short, sweet episode, but it's going to be super helpful. So get ready, let's go to battle. Hey mama, are you stressed by the lack of time in the day to do all the things? Are you feeling disconnected from God, your husband, and even your kids because patience and presence seem out of reach? Do you want a healthier body, mind, spirit, and home, but overwhelmed in where to start? Hey, I'm Shan Wright, daughter of the king, wife, mom to 4, RN, wellness coach, and I know very well what it feels like to want to live well, but about to lose it with my very blessed, full life. After realizing I can't pour from an empty cup, I tracked my way to whole body wellness and so much peace. If you are ready to cancel the stressed out life, learn tactical, intentional strategies as a mom wearing many hats, find more peace, confidence, and joy raising kingdom kids, then listen in. Come on, mama, together we got this. Really, God's got this. So go heat up that coffee again and turn your listening ears on. Let's chat. Okay, do you get anxious about time? Do you look at the calendar and feel like an angst? Do you hear of things coming up and think, like, how are we going to get there? How is all that going to get done? Do you think of Christmas and break out in hives because it's just so stressful? Do you hear like school or Christmas or birthday countdown and you want to tell your kids, stop? Okay, guys, I have seriously done that. And I feel bad because they're so excited about their little countdowns, and it would typically bring me so much anxiety, so many anxious feelings. Oh, and I want to tell you, all that's changed because of this, what I'm going to tell you today. And so much so that my daughter had a birthday countdown going on in my office. And it's a whiteboard that is just sitting on my office floor. And she wrote all 3. I have 3 kids that have birthdays in the same week out of my 4 kids. And she wrote all their birthday countdowns, and every day would come in. This is the first year. Friend, this is the very first year. I did not get anxious when I saw the countdown. I was actually able to celebrate with her. I was actually able to be excited with her. This is brand new, and I want you to feel that. If you feel any pressure, overwhelm, when your kid is so excited about their countdown that you have so much to do for, then you got to listen to this episode, okay? So, and take some notes because of this, I am not this way anymore. And yeah, there's this practical thing, right? Like, wow, only 35 days until your birthday. We've got some planning to do. We've got some things to do. But I also realized that these anxious feelings were telling me something. They were telling me a lot of some things. And I was completely overwhelmed by all of it and all the things I had to do in that amount of time. So with the tools that I've shared in the last 2 episodes and this tool today, they all pile on top of each other. They stack on top of each other. So again, it starts with your thoughts and it starts with going to God. And then you do this. So they all go together. So listen to all of the episodes. But we were just talking about this, literally, me and my husband, talking about the summer coming up. It is spring break in 2 weeks. And right after spring break, summer comes in the blink of an eye. I say it every year. I'm like, wow, like right after spring break, school is over. School is basically over. And you know the good old saying that is so very true. If you fail to plan, plan to fail. Guys, this is really, really true. And so what does failing look like here? Looks like the Hot Mess Express. And if you feel like you're in the Hot Mess Express, then you have failed to plan. So planning is huge. And you might say, well, Shan, I'm not a planner. Then you can just count on your Hot Mess Express still rolling along. And you're on that train and you're not going to come off unless you plan. So it's a decision that you have to make to overcome it. And again, go back to the other episodes, listen to them first. Because if you say to me, I'm not a planner, you are identifying yourself. You are marking an identity on yourself that says, I am not something. Did God say that? Did God say you're not a planner? No, he actually says in his word so many proverbs and instruction and wisdom on how to plan. The man plans his days, but the Lord directs his paths. So you plan with God. We plan with God, and he says planning is wise. And so we're going to do that. And so you're going to decide, I am going to overcome this, and I'm not going to feel anxious about, say, for my example, summer approaching and all that entails for summer. Literally in this conversation with my husband, my response was, wow, there is so much to do between now and summer break. But again, I want to tell you, for one of the first times ever, it did not give me anxiety because my very next thought was, where does God have me right now? What does he have me doing right now between now and summer break? And he clearly has me in a coaching program for podcasting and coaching that runs through mid-April. So it is basically over in a month. And then this period between now and summer is 2.5 months. So that first month is already called for. It's already focused on work time in this program, and I can't get distracted by the other shiny objects that are wanting to steal my time. This is the final month of a 6-month program, so I will finish well. And the enemy loves to throw distractions our way from every single angle. So I have decided I'm putting blinders on, and I am marking my calendar for the next month with this as the focus. That means the time is the focus. The amount of time I spend on this is going to be the majority of my calendar for the next month. But then how do I do all the other things? How do I do all the things the kids need, all the events they have going on, all the big tests that they have coming up, all the sports and activities that they have coming up in this 2.5 months? Well, I have a way. So first, what are we going to do first? We're going to write it all down. Yes, it has to be pen and paper. We have to write it down, just like we did with unburdening and telling God all of our feelings. We're going to do that for our brain dump. Yes, we're going to dump out all that's in our brain. All that, for me, from now until summer, I'm going to mark down all that my brain holds for those dates. So all the events, the appointments I need to make, the things I need to buy, the things I need to do, the things that all the kids need to do, things that they are concerned with and worried about and have going on in their lives, stuff with my husband, anniversaries, celebrations, birthdays, all of that. I need to put it all down. Everything that I'm thinking of in this period. And then the next step, number 2, is to time block it. So this solution came from the unburdening practice. That simple solution from episode 49, that is where this came from. It was a burden. It was a stress. It was like really a lot of times our burden, our overwhelm is our schedule. As moms, keeping track of everyone and everything and all of their feelings and all of their to-dos all comes onto our schedules. And we hold the family calendar a lot of times. And so it is one of our biggest burdens. And then it's going to change over time in different seasons. And so it has to be a practice of ours to come to God and ask Him, God, here's my schedule. Here's all the things I have to do. Here is my burden. Here is my overwhelm. What do you say about it? And what do I do about it? And so when I went to Him with all of this, say last August, for example, I dumped it off to Him, and then He told me to block it off. And so that's what we're going to do is we're going to dump it, and then we're going to time block it. And so we only get so much time in a day. We only get so much time in a week, so much time in a month. And what you have to do is block those times. If my focus is this coaching program, so say I have 15 hours of work time in a week, the majority of those 15 hours is going to be spent on this coaching program. Then you block off all the big happenings, the events, the celebrations, the things that you know are scheduled, the things that you know are coming. You block them off. Then you fill in the lesser priority things, the things that you have to do. So say, for example, that birthday week calendar that we had going on, where typically it would have brought me so much anxiety, I actually had it planned out. So I know it's funny because their birthdays are the first week of March. So every year it comes sooner. I'm like, wow, as soon as Christmas is over, it's their birthdays. But it's the beginning of March. So I do have January and February, but I think their birthdays are in March. But no, I have to look at it as their birthdays are in February because it's that March 2nd. So I have to have everything planned out way before March. And I actually did it. I did that. And I've learned over the years, I mean, she turned 11. So I've learned over these years that it has to start right at the new year. I have to look at my calendar, and it's really good to look like 3 months ahead of time for anything. So that's why now we're planning for the summer. But take that birthday week, with the countdown, I still had so much peace because everything was planned out and blocked off. We had family coming, we had all the things to do, and it was blocked off. I had so much peace this year. Actually, I had one tiny slip up, and if you weren't in the workshop to hear that story, then go sign up now and grab the replay. And actually, when you get the replay, you'll also still have time to enter for that second door prize. So again, you're going to find that workshop at www.theshanwright.com/time. Okay, friends, so it will bring you so much peace to dump it and block it. It sounds so funny, but we're going to dump and block, and the Lord will give you peace for your time. When you dump it, it takes that anxiety way down. So instead of having stress and anxiety being triggered by time and the lack of time and the calendar and the schedule and all that you have to do coming up, you can turn that switch off by planning it out way beforehand. You know the big things that are coming. So plan out for the little things that are going to attach to those big things, like the birthday cakes, like the birthday dinners, like the birthday party decorations, like the birthday presents. We had to plan all that out, and we did. And it brought peace, and it brought energy, and it brought excitement, and we got it all done. It brought productivity. So there you have it. Dump it out, block it off, plan it out. The Lord is with you. He will direct your steps. And until next time, may God Himself, the God of peace, sanctify you through and through. May your whole spirit, soul, and body be kept blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, the one who calls you is faithful, and He will do it. 1 Thessalonians 5:23-24. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Wellness Warrior. I pray that blessed you. And if so, it would bless me big if you would write a 5-star review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Not only would this make me super happy, but it will allow for others to find this show too. Also, I love to chat over on Instagram, so make sure to take a screenshot, share to your Instagram stories, and tag me at the Shan Wright so I can see it and we can keep chatting and bring other moms to chat with us. Until we get to chat again, mama friend, may the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace.